Hey everyone, welcome to your 2021 February tarot card reading. Thanks so much for being here. It's going to be a doozy. It's a big month. Not only do we have a Mercury Retrograde, but we have an Aquarius New Moon kind of falling in the middle of the month. We're ending it all off with a Virgo Full Moon. So there's a lot in store, a lot of transformation, of course. Let's just dive right in, and thanks again for being here. Hey Leo, welcome to your February reading. So, in the month of February, I think there is going to be a little bit of a shakeup for Leos. Most likely in the professional realm. And I say that because with the Saturn and Uranus square happening on the 17th, your 10th house of social status and how the world sees you is squaring with your 7th house of partnerships. So you're really going to have to stay flexible this month, and you're going to have to keep an open mind and try not to jump to the worst case scenario, okay? The more cool, calm, and collected Leo remains, the better the outcome. And the more rational you remain, the better your value and image will remain intact, okay? So, and the reason why I say this, I'm sensing this shakeup is because you got the Five of Wands at the bottom of the deck as well, okay? So, and by shakeup, I just mean some situation, most likely at work, could be with coworkers, with your bosses. It's almost going to feel a little bit like a power struggle. I'm not sensing anything like dramatic or bad, but I just want you to be aware of it. And a lot of this situation is about Leo expressing and reinforcing their value, okay, what they bring to the table, which is a lot. Kind of reinforcing that and expressing that, but without having to defend yourself. Does that make sense? So a lot of it is gonna be about your actions speaking louder than your words here, okay? So you got the Wheel of Fortune, the Nine of Swords, the Knight of Wands in reverse, the Page of Wands, the Eight of Wands, and then the 10 of Pentacles. So whatever happens, it is going to be significant because it's going to move this wheel forward for you, this Wheel of Fortune. And I think it's probably been in the works for a while now, and you may have even sensed this little bit of a shakeup for a while now. But just know that you got the Wheel of Fortune, okay? So the wheel is turning in your favor, and anything that happens is going to be for your highest good. So just keep that in mind. What you really are going to have to be cognizant of, Leo, is not to let this Nine of Swords feeling propel you or maybe lead you to act like the Knight of Wands, okay? Being impulsive this month is not going to take you anywhere. It is not going to help any situation. I can tell you that right now. So if you do sense a bit of a power struggle, or, that maybe your reputation is being questioned or having an effect on your closest partnerships, whatever it may be, it's not as bad as you think, one, because you have the Ten of Pentacles here, but also try not to jump to feeling defensive and like you need to defend your own honor, basically. So you may feel a little bit restless, you may at the beginning or towards the middle of the month feel a little bit anxious. And that's just normal, okay? A lot of people, especially, were feeling anxious with the Aquarius New Moon. You especially. If you can, put a pause on that kind of never-ending negative self-talk. Just really try and put things in perspective here, because I don't think you're seeing the full picture, okay? Because whatever the situation is, it may kind of have that instant, really emotional response at first. But again, take a step back. Try not to be impulsive. Okay, the Knight of Wands in reverse can be very obnoxious, if you will, in kind of having no filter and just saying whatever's on their mind and just not using their rational mind, because they're so fired up that they're just acting. They're acting without thinking. And so I don't want Leo to do that. I don't want Leo, because of a situation that they can't see that is actually going to turn out great, I don't want you to maybe say something you regret or lash out at someone when it's really not their fault, okay? You also got the Page of Wands. So I actually think you're going to need to embody more of this Page of Wands energy. And I love the Page of Wands. The Page of Wands has a kind of a laser focus on their future and their soul's desire. Just like staring straight ahead with that childlike innocence and optimism. Maybe a little bit naive, but I just think Leo needs to tap a little bit more into this and keep your eyes on the prize, which is straight ahead, not letting a little hiccup or shake up steer you off course and steer you into saying something that you don't mean. Because the Page of Wands for me often represents potential, right? Like there is actually so much hidden potential in the situation that you're not seeing right now. And that's because the whole picture isn't being revealed to you yet. So the more you can stay in this kind of innocent, unassuming, humble even energy, the better off you'll be. And it may have you feeling a little bit almost vulnerable because, again, you're going to feel like you need to defend yourself, but you don't. And when you don't defend yourself so harshly and when you don't do that, it makes you look better. Because you're going to look very calm, just eyes on the prize, laser focus on the future. You're just going to be unbothered, okay? If you keep this perspective instead of this Knight of Wands reverse perspective. And it's okay if you feel a little anxious, like feel what you need to feel. Just try not to get too stuck in this. And don't let your negative self-talk convince you that you don't have value or that, oh my gosh, this is happening because I'm not good at my job or whatever it may be. That's not true. You're just not seeing the real, the full picture here. And so the more cool, calm, and collected Leo remains, the better things are going to go for them and the quicker you're going to reach this resolution and this sense of balance and peace about the whole thing, about the whole situation. So you got the Eight of Wands and the Ten of Pentacles. Like, this is awesome. This is amazing. It's like the moment you remember to just, okay, like, I don't need to prove myself. I know my worth. I know what I offer. I don't need to prove myself to anyone. The more you can adopt that mentality, things are going to move super quick. And you are going to then receive this Ten of Pentacles because you've reached a place in a mentality where you're not so defensive and you're not fighting for it so much. The more you fight something, the more resistance there is almost when, the universe is involved. So you just have to focus on remaining balanced and a bit more relaxed about the whole situation. And that's when you're really going to see the results. This full moon in Virgo at the end of the month on the 27th, it's all about rest and kind of reevaluating your values and your standards, but also asking for help. So I think by the end of the month, you're going to be feeling a lot more clear on where you're headed and on whatever this situation is that's causing this anxiety and this kind of flared up temper here. And I do really think you're going to reach a place where you feel like you can ask for help and you can lean on the support around you, because I think this is probably going to have you feeling a little bit isolated. But I also think your self-value, okay, the way you see yourself and what you bring to the table, that's also going to shift for the better. So your oracle cards were Child of the Cosmos, the intelligence of the universe lies within you. Yeah. Child of the Cosmos, right? What did I say about having that more youth-like Page of Wands energy? Ironically enough, I think that more naive, optimistic mindset is going to benefit you a whole lot. Because it's going to kind of have you in a place of curiosity and just kind of going with the flow and just taking things as they come. You also got, when I'm connected to my joyful presence, I attract support from the universe. Right? You're going to reach a place where you feel you can ask for support and ask for help. I think that when you embody this Page of Wands energy, you're really going to feel more like Leo and feel more connected to yourself. Like, this looks like the sun here, right? The sun is your ruling planet, Leo. So I do think things are just going to click for you when you can kind of reach a more balanced emotional state. And in turn, you're not only going to attract joy, but you're going to attract the right people and the right support. Okay? So I'm going to clarify this this Nine of Swords here, just to gain a little bit of insight on what this what this situation may look like for you. Nine of Swords. Yeah, the Six of Swords. You really are headed into calmer waters, Leo. I know it doesn't feel like it at the beginning, mid-month, and it probably won't look like it at the beginning of the situation or when the situation begins to unfold, but you really are headed into a much calmer, balanced future. I mean, I think this situation probably, it was probably kind of a long time coming, you know? Let's clarify the Wheel of Fortune. The Queen of Swords. Yeah. So if this energy can be, I think it's you. It could also be a boss or a colleague or someone in your life as well. Same with this Knight of Wands energy. But I do think you are really going to have to embody this Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords is balanced, rational. So rational. And the Queen of Swords doesn't really feel a need to defend herself because look at that body language. It kind of just speaks for itself. The more balanced and calm you appear, the better, Leo. Try to remember that this Wheel of Fortune is turning in your favor, okay? Even if it doesn't look like it, you're not seeing the whole picture. And that's probably happening for a reason. I think you're being tested in a way, because maybe you're being pushed to not react so quickly and impulsively, and adopt more of this sort of quiet, rational confidence. Because you are definitely capable of this. Okay? All right, Leo, I'm going to leave it there. Have an amazing February. You're going to do great. Just remember that this Ten of Pentacles is waiting for you, and things are going to move really quick the moment you just gain a little bit perspective and take a step back, take a deep breath, and truly, truly just focus on yourself. Have a laser focus on what you want, and you'll be fine. All right? I'll see you next month, Leo. Take care.